playing the intro music right now. All I hear is recording in progress.
Because I was like, okay, do I hit this now? Like, and then I don't see your face on the thing anymore. You're gone.
No, I should be back now,
there
correct?
you go. Now you're back.
You aren't, though. There you are. There you are, bud. And my light died. Motherfuck.
Your what? Your light died?
Yeah, my light died, so now I gotta do the thing where I put up a web page that is showing off my pure caucasity.
Only the purest caucasity.
Only the purest. All right, welcome.
There you showed up.
Welcome to the live recording of episode level 116 on twitch.tv/savebeforequitting.
Said that like a true radio personality.
I got a face for radio, man. I got a face for it.
So yeah, that's true. I agree. In a good way. Take that as you meant. It didn't make sense. But.
It's a diss. That's like an old diss. Like you got a face for radio because you know.
I know, and I said you do because I was dissing you as well, and then I tried to hide the fact.
Listen, it's a time. But yeah, man, we are here for the live recording. As always, we're starting to do this now so we can clip it easier and post some shit on socials. How you doing, man? How's life?
Life's all right. How's your life?
It's all right. Cool. Podcast is over.
Oh man, that was the best episode ever. Remember that episode where they just didn't care? That was great.
That was level 114 where we decided to not do it for a week.
Yeah, we definitely didn't care.
Yeah. Gotta take that week off. But yeah, man. I mean, I haven't been doing too much, to say the least. I forgot to tell a story. I don't know if did I told this on the Patreon podcast, but it's not out yet. So maybe I'll do it again. But I got this guy just got on a podcast again.
What?
I got this guy has a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Again. Yeah. At a get together with friends, in which one of my friends, out of nowhere, in the middle of a crowded room, was like, "Oh yeah, Chris has a podcast," and like 4 to 5 people like swung their heads in unison, and all were like, "You have a podcast?" As if
just, like seized the moment, like, "Yes, I do."
I seized
throwing merch around the room.
No, I seized. I became in myself. Like I was like, I need to. I said it in the Patreon podcast. We have a Patreon. Go listen to that.
Yeah, go do
I
that.
wanted to like put my feet in my mouth and roll away like a droideka.
Why do they call it
last night?
Why do they call it like when people say they seized up? Why do they say seized up and not like seized down?
I don't know. It's a good question. You're bringing up the questions that really matter on this podcast.
I'm gonna just start telling fake stories and be like, "Yeah, so I seized down." It's crazy.
Yo, I had an idea the other day, and it was definitely a high thought.
Did it hurt?
But you know how when you go to wash your hands in the bathroom, you got 2 options. You got a bar of soap, you got liquid soap, right? That's your 2 options.
Like, is this a bathroom that has both, or it's just those are the two things that could be there?
I mean, those are the only 2 in my mind. Is there a third option that I'm not thinking of?
No, I'm saying the way you phrase the question. Are you telling me that
I'm
you
saying
walked into a bathroom where both
those
were
are
there?
your only options in the world. Like,
okay,
it just doesn't your choices.
Okay.
Like you go to the store and you're like, I got to stock up for the bathroom. You got hand soap and then you got liquid soap. Like you got those 2 choices. Why have we not come up
bar
with
soap or liquid soap? You mean
that? Those are the words I meant to say. Words are hard.
Just clarifying for the people.
Why have we not used the technology that has been, put together for boba, like those bursting boba balls, those little flavor ones, and make that into soap? Like we got Tide Pods. Why don't we get ones that are like little tiny spheres? You put them in a jar, almost like Orbeez, and then you just take it out of your jar, and then you just smack it or squish it in your hands, and then as it explodes, soap. And then the little casing around the outside dissolves into the soap itself. Once it's popped, it can go down the drain. Easy peasy.
How is that easier or more efficient than liquid soap?
It isn't. I just feel like it'd be fun. And it's almost like Bug's Life with the water beads.
It's not that it wouldn't work. It's just that it's not needed. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't make the situation any slower or faster or more efficient.
You could use one of those like Orby guns, like, and that could be the ammo for it. You know, you ever seen them before? Like the water gel blasters.
Yes.
That they got now, like that. Like you could double use it. Be like,
but now there's a gun in the bathroom.
Well, no, I'm not saying like you're bringing the gun in the bathroom, but you can if you want. That'd be actually kind of funny. Like you just pull up the fucking gas and just bang your hand real quick.
Motherfucker. Like you just shooting people.
Wash your fucking hands.
You use the gun when somebody tries to not wash their hands.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's great for kids. You dirty motherfucker.
Well, now we're shooting children in the bathroom.
In the
Podcast
hands?
title, shooting children in the bathroom, which is
I don't think we could do that.
Podcast title.
Don't think we could do that at all. But nah, I feel like that'd be like a nice little double use thing. Like you get like the gel fire guns for your kids or some shit, but then they also are soap.
Nah, only because you're doing it for kids are not gonna take it. There's gonna be gel bubbles and soap everywhere. They're gonna be shooting them all over the place.
Okay, everything's clean.
No, like this soap scum is a thing. It doesn't.
Nah, ain't no scum in here.
It's also a safety hazard. You send two young kids into the bathroom where there are gel bubbled soap guns. Come on, if I was like 5'6", I'm like, yo, you want to go have a shootout?
You want to get shot?
Yeah.
Honestly, that'd be kind of funny though too, because like, could you imagine like pranking people? Like somebody walks into the bathroom and you and your like friend at like that young age are like shooting each other, and then the one's just like on the ground like the Family Guy dead body, as if it's legit, but it's just you know some soap. I don't know. I just thought it'd be a fun idea.
It's a fun
like,
idea. See, now that's different. It is a fun idea.
Yeah. They could definitely do that in a way, but I don't know. Liquid soap is just so boring. You know, you need to add a little fun to it.
How much fun are you trying to have in the bathroom?
I don't need to have fun in the What the fuck? No, I don't need to have fun in the bathroom. I'm just saying, you know, it's a monotonous task. If there's like a nice little like bone, you know, like those like soap dispensers that make like the foam version of soap instead.
Yeah.
And then there's the ones where like you push your hand on it, and then when you like pull your hand up, it's like a flower or like some shit on your hand. You never seen that?
Yeah. I have seen those.
Like those are like little fun things to like spruce up the bathroom a little bit. You know?
I think for the most part, unless you're some type of super high class restaurant, they make bathrooms as functional and quick as possible. I don't think they're thinking of having fun in the bathroom. Like, I don't think fucking Fridays is like, how can we have our people have fun in the bathroom?
Honestly, they might need to do that, though. I don't think people are going to Fridays anymore. They need that bathroom ambiance.
I'm just saying. Like, even in your own house, would you do that in your own house?
What,
put that shit in the bathroom?
Foamy thing? Yeah,
put your bubbled soap guns in the bathroom?
Yeah, I would do that. That'd be fucking awesome. Just be like, pop, just a little quick pop shot to the hand, and then
All right, let me rephrase it, because of course you would, because it's your home. Like, you would go use it.
I just feel like it needs to be a product by now. You know what I mean?
Look, if you, because I know my answer to this, we're having a party and guests were coming, would you want these guns in the bathroom? Someone or some kid or somebody is going to like make a mess of your shit.
Listen, I think that it would be a fun time overall. Here's the thing. Would it be a bad time overall? Yeah, probably. But you could also just do like the Orbeez by themselves, like the Orbeez soap. Like, why isn't that a thing? Orbeez soap, you know? It's just like a little ball. You just like hit a little button. It dispenses a ball for you, almost like a portal cube. You just like, boop, and then just ba-da-ba.
I'm kind of okay with that, but at the same time, it's like, all right, if the question is just about fun, then yes, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah. It also like it makes it so it's like the perfect amount of soap every time too, because they're like spheres that are like, this is how much soap you need for your hands when you're done using the bathroom. Just hit like you do like little motion control, whatever, John, and then pops in your hand, perfect amount right there.
Well, Doesn't that what they try to achieve with the foam ones, the automatic foam ones?
Yeah, but like,
You're getting great argument.
foam is boring, yo. Foam is boring. Foam is so 2011, man.
I just want to see the guy. Well, clearly you are this guy, but I just want to see this guy go into a bathroom in a Target, and he's washing his hands. And he's just like, "Oh, this is so boring."
It's not.
I wish this
boring,
bathroom could be spruced up. What?
You just disappeared.
Yeah, you disappeared too. I don't know what happened.
Did you leave the?
No, my hands were doing this. I was talking about the bathroom.
Are you still on the website?
Yes.
Go to this one instead then. Because for some reason it just closed down.
Okay.
We lost you.
Coming back. I don't know what happened there.
I do not know either. I think Streamlabs just being Streamlabs, to be honest with you.
I'm here and you're not.
What is that? What do you mean?
I'm in the thing you sent.
I'm gonna generate a new link because
I don't have you or the chat.
Here you go. Try that one.
All right.
I love that we do this live and then Streamlabs decides to be a bitch. Is it working or no?
No, I'm in there. It's just me. Just me. No you, no chat.
Cool.
I don't know what randomly happened just now.
Can you do me a favor and join the Discord?
Sure.
I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
So hang on, get out of this.
Yeah, just turn your camera on in there. And then make sure you mute in Discord as well. Alright. There's that. Now I need to reset everything back up. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I love this. This is my favorite thing that's happened today. Why would anything that would be doing... Why would anything go correct the first time? That's the words I'm trying to say.
I don't know.
I'm gonna do display capture. And we're gonna do that. Hey, look at that, everybody. That's my desktop right there. Whoop. Scoop. We're gonna go like that. Then we're gonna go like that. And then we're gonna go like that. Look at that. Now Ant can't see me. Awesome. Fucking awesome.
What is happening right now?
Everything that could go wrong has. The shitty part is that I think that I can't activate the camera that I use, the little dinky one, because technically Streamlabs is using it. So what if I do it in Zoom? Can't do that because
we are having a ball in here.
Oh, I fucking love Streamlabs, yo. All right.
Ant is just a voice now. Now that Ant can't see the chat, let's slander. You motherfucker.
Yeeta. I'm trying to think of how I can show myself, but I don't think I can.
I can see you on, you're showing up on the stream, so.
Yeah, but, you're not going to see my reactions as they're happening. That's the shitty part, though. You know?
True.
Fuck. I really don't know what to do. That's the shitty part. Collab Cam just decided to say fuck you to us today. It would be funny if Grid Fam still worked.
Does it?
I'm gonna check real
I
quick.
am a website. Look at me go.
Alright, let's do... Well, no, I can't do Grid Fam either because fucking... For some reason, Streamlabs thinks I'm using my shitty camera, which I'm not. So either way, you're not gonna be able to see me live.
I don't know what it is, yo.
I really wish shit would just work. That'd be really fucking nice, you know? If it was just like, hey, there it is.
It would be nice.
Streamlabs decided y'all spent way too much time talking hand soap. I mean, probably.
I got offended. Thought we was calling it Streamlabs dirty.
I'm so confused why shit ain't working, man. That's so annoying.
We both.
I'm gonna generate one more new link just for shits and giggles. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna send it to you. Oop.
All right.
We'll see if for some reason.
It just says stream not found.
What do you mean?
Hold on, let me try it again. Yeah, this is just stream not found.
I'm so annoyed right now. There's a part of me that wants to stop the stream entirely and restart it, but like, that's dumb.
We might have to just not see each other's reactions.
I feel like that's dumb too.
I mean, they can see it. The show is still like presented the way it's supposed to be presented.
True, I guess. You're right. All right. Well, do you think it's time to start the main show now that everything's going to shit?
I mean, that's like a regular show.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Shout out to regular show.
Yeah. Well, my mom. Here's the intro music. Welcome to Save Before Quitting. Level up, gamers. We're back for yet another week. Everything just went to shit that we were live for, so that's a thing. Make sure you guys always follow us on our social media where shit doesn't go wrong like this all the time. Save letter B number 4 quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. The Titty Gang. You can pick up merch of the Titty Gang stuff over on our website, savebeforequitting.com, in which you can get different merch options like hats, beanies, hoodies, stickers, water bottles. The water bottles are great. And I got to work on some new stuff soon, just so that we have some new stuff soon. But until then, you can also go to our Patreon, patreon.com/save letter B number 4 quitting, in which you can see 2 extra podcasts a month. There's one that's going up at the end of this week, probably on Saturdays, so I can edit it up a little bit to look not super dookie.
Super dookie.
That's the podcast title.
Dookie with a cape.
Dookie with a cape. But yeah, we'll be doing that this coming Saturday. We did the Newlywed game, in which we used the shitty prompts that a bridal website gave us, and we tried to do that. Yeah. There was a decent couple of them that were like, we're probably gonna have to clip and put on like social media and shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of them
started
sucked
out with a bang, and then it went downhill after that.
Which is funny because you would think that it would start off with like okay questions and get better on the website, like here come the really good ones, but it was quite literally shit.
It was.
But we got some good questions out of that. So keep an eye out for that, and also on social media when we post those. You can also email us, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, @gmail.com for all your questions, concerns, insults.
All the insults. Bring them on.
I don't know what else. What else do we want sent there?
Anonymous threats.
Anonymous threats.
Well, yeah, I don't want to know who it is. Man,
I feel like that's the one thing where you do want to know who it is.
No, because if you're just threatening me, but it's like empty threats, not like real threats.
There's a difference between an empty threat and an anonymous threat, because the anonymous threat is real. That is true. It's like a square and a rectangle. Some are some and some are not always some.
Sure.
English. I'm flustered because the goddamn stream stopped working the way that I wanted it to, so I'm a little pissed off if you can't tell.
Of course it would happen when we're live.
Yeah. It's even funnier because we had an audio issue, and literally as we figure out the audio issue, this happens.
I think it's the something's up with that Streamlabs thing, that website.
Yeah, that little plugin.
Yeah.
It's definitely that, but I think it should be fine. Hopefully next week we'll get a decent episode out of this, but we'll see what happens. I'll look into it and see why Streamlabs is fucking up.
Dumb.
But until then, we always start the week with one specific segment, and that segment is Ant.
What did you play this week?
did you play this week?
I got back into Dead Cells.
Okay.
Because that Castlevania DLC is coming out. So I was kind of trying to brush up on that. So I played a couple of runs of that game. Still good. Still great.
Game is still good.
Yeah. In case anybody was wondering, it's still a good game. They just put out a new trailer for it today. It looks just perfect.
I saw you tweet from the account today about it. It's like, I was very confused because I looked at it and it said dash Ant, and I'm like, no shit, it's Ant.
Well, you know, that's for people who because if I just put it blanket, like, I want people to know who's tweeting from it.
No, I feel you entirely. It was just very funny. I'm like, we know who it is. I haven't even touched that game, and I think the Castlevania thing made me want to try it, just because I hadn't heard of it before. But I'm interested in trying it at some point. I might steal your Steam Deck or whatever you play it on.
Yeah, I got it on Switch. I would like to have it on Steam Deck now that I have a Steam Deck, but I already have it on Switch, and I don't think I'm gonna double dip because all my progress is on the Switch version.
Gotcha. I'm good then. I don't want to touch a Switch ever again.
Listen, I'm gonna touch the Pro controller, so I don't have to touch the Switch.
Good point. I do have that. Shit. Maybe I will get it up. All right, but yeah, man. Is that all you have this week?
Yes. I'm trying to think, but I really think that's it.
All right. Let me do this so I can eventually be able to look at the news. But as far as what, me?
Yeah, what about you?
Me. I have been playing a little game that nobody's ever heard of called Overwatch 2.
Man, I gotta say, that's like dropping a bomb right now.
Honestly, man, I've been playing a little bit too much of it. If I'm honestly at the point where I'm like, I should probably just stop playing and like take a decent break from it, because in every single game that I've played for the past 3-4 days, I've been told to kill myself for the character that I'm playing. And here's the thing, it's fine. I don't care. I know that people are going to be toxic on video games online just because that's what the fuck, you know, those games are. But I'm still like, I don't need to see this every day, you know? So that kind of sucks, especially when I'm playing well. That's the worst part. Like, I'm never playing like ultra shitty.
Yeah.
I'm like either doing very average or strangely good. And I get told to kill myself when I'm playing strangely good more often, which is very, very funny to me.
By other kids playing.
Yeah, so it's when I'm playing really good, it's definitely the other team, and they're like, because I play Widowmaker, which is just a sniper rifle character, and her abilities literally are just a grappling hook so that she can get to high places or somewhere fast, like in a second, you know, like a straight shot one. And then this little like mine, almost like a claymore that just explodes, and it's like dust, and it infects the person so you can see them through walls and shit. And that's it. That's all of her abilities. So compared to like, you know, other characters, like characters that can shoot rockets and a bunch of other stuff, she's very simple. But if you hit a headshot with her, that's a one-shot fucking kill on most characters.
Like a little risk-reward type situation going on.
100%. So like, I like to play her because one, it feels good when you're hitting your shots, and two, it's just fun. Like getting a play of the game where you're just like headshot, 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 headshot. Nothing better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see how that can be incredibly satisfying.
Yeah. But that then causes the other team to get very, very mad and say shit in the chat. And then I think one game I even played where the entire other team left and was filled in by a new set of people, since we really only play quick play. And then those people left as well. And I'm like, I am playing well, I get this, but this is a bit much, guys. Like, we need to relax a little bit.
No, die.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're too damn good.
I keep having people on my own team telling me I'm the problem, why we're not winning and shit. And I'm like, are you stupid. Like, not people that I know by any means. Like, people that I'm playing with that I know in parties, they're not the ones that are the issue. It's definitely like the randoms. I literally got a game, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and the tank and one of the healers both sounded like the most broy Chad assholes. And they were like, where the fuck is my fucking team, you? And like aggressive as hell on the mic. And I'm like, this is a bit much. And they kept pushing in by themselves too. So like they would
say is the age range of the people doing all this stuff.
I'd probably say like mid 20s to early 20s. Like, I haven't found any like squeakers, like children on this game too much. So that's like, it's not like
squeakers.
You have squeakers, that's the common term used. They're not really on Overwatch as much, and then there's just like silent people most of the time. Like a lot of people don't use the voice chat option, but when they do, it's a 90% chance that it's not going to be a good time. So that sucks, but then you sometimes get the nice people, and it's more often people are nice than they are shitty. Like, my favorite thing is now when I'll play Widowmaker and there's another person on the other team playing the same character, and we'll go back and forth a couple of headshots killing each other, and we're in the chat like casually flirting with each other like, nice shot, good shot there, awesome, good job, buddy. And then it gets to a certain point where like either team's about to lose or something, and we're about to deliver the payload, or they're about to, and like I just go off to the side and I just start waving at them, and then we just like start like crouching up and down at each other just like really fast and shit, and we're like, yeah, this game doesn't matter, you and I are the real game, we had a good time.
You and I are the real game.
Like, these guys over here with this payload, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. We were the ones that had the fun here. So that's been nice, to say the least. Other than that, Hogwarts Legacy. I haven't done too much in it since I last picked it up, but I am enjoying it so far. I did hear that some of the side quests that are the cooler ones are locked off depending on which house you're in. So if you want to go to the prison, Azkaban, you have to be a Hufflepuff for that side quest, which is surprising and kind of funny that the Hufflepuffs get to go to Azkaban.
How many hours in are you?
I'd say probably around 5 to 6.
Not the less than I thought you would say.
Yeah, I've not like been like consistently playing it just because I'm like, you know, taking my time as of this point. But it's just one of those things where like I'm seeing people online that have multiple different profiles, because you can make different students and shit.
Yeah.
And they're all like level 30 and shit already. And I cannot see myself playing this game a second time with how much that there is in it and how big the fucking game is from. And it's not even that big in the first place. It just feels so big because you're in the fucking school and you're like these winding hallways and all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, CLD in the chat said the Azkaban mission is trash, to be honest. It is. It could be trash, but it's one of those things where it sucks you can't do it just because you're in a different house, you know? Like, that's kind of stupid to me. But yeah, some stuff's locked off depending on what house you're in, which is kind of sucky. And then certain spells you might not be able to learn if you don't choose the correct voice prompts between some of the conversations you do. So that kind of is shitty to me, because I feel like unlocking spells shouldn't be something that is given to you via talking to an NPC, you know? Like, that's just something that I learned from going into classes, probably, you know?
I wanted to be a little bit more dramatic than that.
Yeah. It's just a bit much, to say the least. But, oh yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw, CLD. He said he picked Hufflepuff, and the hat picked it for him, so there's that. But I don't know, it's okay. It's definitely an okay game. I'm glad to see the drama around it has died down a little bit. It's still there, but at least like it's not. I don't want to say that it's not prevalent. The conversation still needs to be there, but
I
like
get that.
the extremes that people were going to isn't anymore, which is what I'm more like thankful for. So luckily that's okay. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I've been playing. I still need to watch the new episode of Last of Us. I am behind on it.
I watched
it wasn't uploaded yet.
2 nights ago.
Did we talk about 5 yet? Episode 5 and 4? I think we were doing like a whole week behind thing when we were discussing like spoilers and
we
stuff.
talked about the sentimental episode.
Episode 3. Ron Swanson.
Yeah, that one.
And then the next one was fuck, what was the next
little
one?
brother.
I thought that was episode 5. The one that happened last week. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. The dude and his little brother show up at the end of episode 4.
Yeah, you're right.
For like a millisecond.
Yeah.
But that episode with the brothers, man.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was so good. I didn't expect the whole like thing that happens with them coming out of the ground.
Nah.
Because it's one of those things where I love that change of this game, like from game to the TV show, where it's not just, they're zombies, get over it anymore. It's like it's building itself into the earth and almost like taking over the world itself because it's growing through the roots and shit and taking over. And seeing like that little bubble in the ground like 2-3 episodes ago to like now, I'm like, okay, this is fucking dope. And that bloater,
you now see where it was leading to. Like it was really, the writing is so well done. That's why I like watching, after the credits where they like break down the episode.
I don't do that, sadly. I don't have that on my watching service.
Oh, yes. Well, HBO breaks it down with like why this happened here, what this means, why this is different from the game, why we kept this part the same as the game. Like it's really interesting.
All right. Are those on like YouTube or anything, or is it just like exclusively on HBO?
I have no idea. I just watch it all on HBO.
I'll have to check that out because I'm missing out on a slick tube. But
understood though. The slick tube is essential.
Slick tube is essential. I will say it hasn't been updated with the most recent episode yet, and I'm like,
come on,
what's going on? But I'm also like, everyone else has lives and shit. I'm not like pressed about it. So
you're running at his door tomorrow. Like, hey,
I know where you live.
Scratches
Slick
like,
tube CEO.
The Last of Us came out, and I need to see that shit.
I know where he lives, man. I'm gonna go drive over and be like, yo, I gave you my money. Where's my fucking subscription? But nah, it's all good. I'm not any sort of way about it. So yeah. Have you watched anything new besides that? Or I have one thing that I might want to discuss, but we'll see if it's too fresh.
No, I don't think so. No, I haven't watched anything else.
There is one thing you watched, and your name is in it.
Wait.
Ants.
The movie Ants?
Ant-Man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's all Ant-Man. So did you. That's right. How did I not get that?
I can't tell you that.
I don't know how that just went way over my head.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I did see Ant-Man.
What are your thoughts? Because I have some.
I think people were way too hard on this movie. I'm not sitting here saying it's one of the best top tier Marvel, but the way you let the reviews tell it, this is one of the worst movies Marvel ever put out. And I'm like, no, it isn't. This isn't even bottom 3 to me.
Oh yeah, not at all. That being said, I didn't like it.
You did?
I didn't have like a great time because of a certain situation that I was in while watching it, to be fair.
Wait.
With some sort of miscommunication that happened.
So was it?
So I was kind of like in panic mode from that, but I don't think that was entirely the case. I also just thought that the movie wasn't amazing. Like there wasn't anything that was done that I was like, damn, Marvel, you keep doing it. look at you go, you know? Like I was like, I don't fucking care about this. Like
To me, it was on the same level as all the Ant-Man movies. Like I feel like those movies are consistently what they are, but I like them. I enjoy them for what they are.
Yeah, I feel that. I will say that Kang,
he stole the show.
He stole the whole fucking movie, but then he went out like a bitch.
No, but they have to let you feel like that though.
But nah, man. This man lost a fist fight to Paul Rudd.
First of all, he lost a fist fight to Ant-Man.
No, he lost a fist fight to Paul Rudd because Paul Rudd, Ant-Man wasn't using his Ant-Man powers during the fist fight at the very end for that part. They were both fucked up.
He could fucking fight, dog. What you want him to say? Paul Rudd got hands.
All I'm saying is this ruins Creed 3 for me.
No.
How do you expect me to believe that Jonathan Majors can beat Michael B. Jordan when he just got his ass kicked by fucking Paul Rudd, man?
CLD is right. I didn't even think about that.
What, spoiler territory? It's been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
It's been a week. Not even tomorrow will be a week. Well, when this comes out, it's a week.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We don't do this live often. But still. I mean, it's a Marvel movie. You know what the fuck's gonna happen. First of all, that's another thing.
I don't know. I didn't. You know what? I'll say this, and I think we talked about it before. This movie, I will say the previews of the movie, and not even like the consistent trailers of the movie. Like I remember the initial trailer, or maybe the one after that. They show like the movie in the trailer. Yeah. And as I'm watching, I remember watching it and saying, I just saw the movie. You see how they get into the help me out here. Into the
Quantum
where they were.
Realm.
Quantum Realm, thank you. You see how they get in there. You see him meet Kang. You see Kang asking to make the deal with him, and you see them fight in the trailer. I remember watching that saying like, so I guess I just saw it.
Yeah.
Before I saw it.
And then it's a Marvel movie, so you know how it's going to end. The only Marvel movie that has ended in a way that made you think that it was going to be different than the others has been Infinity War. That's the only movie that had an ending that was like, oh shit. And they're far away from doing another movie that has an ending that actually matters, in my opinion. Because every Marvel movie up till now, after Endgame and all those, the endings don't do anything groundbreaking. Like to the story, it's just like, okay, we're still continuing. I
will say this whole post Endgame Marvel, like it's not as like they like blew all their loads on the last 10 years.
Well, it makes sense because with the 10 years before, like it led up to both Infinity War and Endgame, and like right now we're in the same like pocket where we're waiting to get to that point where we have our next end game, you know, because that's the way they're gonna do it, and it won't happen for years to come. Like look at the movies we got early fucking MCU. They weren't phenomenal by any means, you know, and nobody saw like Thanos and that shit coming. But I don't know, it's not hitting the same way it used to, and I think it's just the oversaturation with the shit, and we'll get into that into the news about some sort of oversaturation with superheroes in a second.
I agree with part of that. CLD, like they're using characters people aren't as familiar with, granted, but I don't think the movies are god awful.
Oh yeah, not by any means.
Besides Eternals, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Eternals was trash. But I do agree. There's a lot of people not seeing the people they're familiar with, but there's still something else. It's like they're missing a certain like
je ne sais quoi.
Because I feel like you can have characters that people know and it still not be good. Like, I mean, it's not MCU, but like those later X-Men movies weren't good movies.
Yeah, not at all. Ghost Rider movies.
Yeah, like I feel like that can happen, but I don't know. Obviously, they're building to something. They're doing it different this time around because they're incorporating TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's like you said. Maybe it's just oversaturation. There's just shit everywhere.
Yeah,
and all for them to connect the dots like later on.
Mm-hmm. It also feels like the connections aren't as important as they were, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like after Endgame, they were trying to set up these connections in a way that was like, these TV shows are going to make such a difference with these movies. And it really feels like they haven't. Like, they like subtly reference the TV shows in a way where like, it's not enough for me to be like, yeah, this, like, at least with like the Spider-Man movies, like with the most recent Spider-Man, nothing that happened in Loki felt like it was directly referenced in any way to me. And I'm like, in theory, Loki is the reason technically why this is happening, but like we get no signs of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like a little like jesting nod, and I don't know. Not that I need that, but like it doesn't feel connected anymore. It just feels like these are all happening like how comics are nowadays, where it's just like, here's 8 fucking books of Spider-Man that are all technically happening, but not really at the same time. It's so much, and I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know, but like we were originally saying, like I saw people, some website, I don't know, maybe it's Rotten Tomatoes, but they was like, it's now right next to Eternals is the worst Marvel. I'm like, y'all are giving this the Eternals like treatment?
Yeah, no.
I don't think this is in any way close to Eternals.
No, not at all. I don't know. The one thing the one thing about this movie that I'll say that kind of was like weird to me, like genuinely weird, besides MODOK, which we're not even going to get into. Besides that, is how fucking. No, you go for it. Talk about MODOK if you want, because
I showed his face, which was spoiled anyway. But when they showed him, I was like, "Come on!"
Yeah, it was rough to say the least.
Yes,
like they should have just kept the fucking like evil like helmet face on the whole time, and then like revealed his eyes or something, maybe only like the little lenses opened. That would have been cool. In my I don't know, but my main qualm with this movie is how fucking horny Michael Douglas was about ants. Like, he's been that way in all the other movies, but it was like cranked the fuck up in this movie. Like, it felt like he had a quota to hit of the word ants.
Yeah.
And I was so like, anytime he was on the screen, I'm like, here we go. Say ants, why don't you? And he would just, every time. Like,
it did seem like he would come from like off screen at some point. He'd be like, yeah, my bad. I just got back from fucking some ants. What's up?
Straight up. I'm like, we get it, dude. Like, we get that this is Ant-Man. We don't need to keep fucking bringing it up. But
someone had to be the horny one.
Someone was the horny one. It was Bill Murray for 30 seconds.
Yeah, he was pretty horny.
Yeah, and so was technically the mom. She had needs.
She did. 30 years.
Yeah, and so did Michael Douglas for 30 years, but he had ants.
Fucking the shit out of ants.
It was too much, man. It was too much. I don't know.
If you were separated from your significant other in a quantum realm for 30 years, would you fuck somebody else?
I mean, in theory, yeah.
30 years is a long ass time.
Yeah, 30 years is a long time. And plus, you also have no hope that you're getting out. So,
true.
In that situation, so I don't think that was a bad thing by any means.
Do you think
that conversation was good though? I liked that part when they were like talking about it like deeper, and then Michael Douglas said that one line, and I was like, okay, that's a good line.
Do you think what was it, his mom that was in there with Kang before
Whose mom?
She escaped?
It was Hope's mom.
I'm tripping. Okay. Do you think Kang all the time they were down there, do you think they fucked?
No. I think that their interaction was very like specific, and I also don't think
it's a long time in there.
Well, it wasn't 30 years with Kang though.
But it was long enough.
I don't think so. I don't think it happened. Just because I feel like they were both trying to get out at that time still. Like when they meet in the movie, I feel like that's still early in her being there. So like that like shit hasn't happened yet. And then they fixed the thing, which it probably didn't take too much time because of how goddamn quick that was resolved.
Yeah, but it was like a montage, so it wasn't like thing after thing after thing.
Listen, man, if it happened, it happened, but I don't think so. Not at least.
Come on, there had to be one time where they couldn't fix it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, damn!" Like,
they just make eye contact.
Yeah.
And Michael Douglas is like, "I need to go get some ants in the real world." Fucking goddamn it!
Right in the chat says, "Ant sex must go crazy."
I don't know, man. You gotta ask Michael Douglas. He knows about that shit. But let's get into some news. It's time for the news. I'm gonna hit the bumper. All right, and I didn't put your camera over here. I'm stupid. God damn it.
No, I'm gone.
Fuck, that's the bumper again. This is going to be great.
This is the greatest episode ever.
I want Streamlabs to know that I'm filing a complaint directly to John Streamlabs.
We should do no edits to this and keep it as is.
Honestly, it's going to be that way. I'm not even going to lie. All right, so the news. If you'd like to be a person who knows about the news, you can head over to our Discord, !Discord in the chat, where you can join up on the server. We post what we pick up every single week. We talk about the news. We even talked about the PlayStation Direct live as it was happening in the Discord. So make sure that you join up and don't miss it next time. If you hadn't killed your editor, listen, Frankie. That editor was dead way before I killed him.
Dead weight. Am I right?
Hell yeah.
There really isn't a lot of news besides that. I mean, the big news is the PlayStation event, which is also kind of not big news.
There's a couple things here that we can hit on. First of those being that God of War Ragnarok's soundtrack is going to be put on a vinyl release. Various distributors. Apparently, it was this Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, and I missed it.
Yeah, it was getting advertised all over the place.
I was not on social media, so that sucks. I really wanted to get the variant that was the white with the blood splatters.
Yeah.
Blood upon the snow. That thing.
I do know that thing.
That John. But it's pretty cool. I'm going to try and get my hands on this. Today is Thursday, bro. Is it? Shit. I was operating as if today was Wednesday.
Really?
I had Monday off, to be fair, for President's Day, so that's the thing.
Welcome to Thursday.
America. Welcome to Thursday. That's the podcast title.
Welcome to Thursday.
Right.
I thought the podcast title was going to be Ant Sex. No, because if you read that title and
that would be with you.
No, I'm on the show, then that's going to sound like something else.
Yeah. You get a text from your mom like, Ant?
I'm like, number one, I didn't know you knew what a podcast was. So we're starting there. Number two, why'd you find this episode specifically to listen?
Listen, I went to the Patreon and I was scared to see what I would see.
Don't go there. Don't pay that money. Don't support me.
CLD, listen, I don't operate on a weekday basis, personally. The only day that I know that it is when it is that day is Friday. And that's because I know that I need to have a video out. That's it.
Look at that alliteration. The only day I know what it is when it is that day. That was almost barred.
Call me Dr. Seuss.
Nah, and you lost it all the credibility. That fast. Record time.
Dr. Seuss is a good fucking lyricist. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, he's the original lyricist.
Fish, red fish, blue fish. Ain't a bar that goes harder than that. Next up in the news.
Me fish, you fish. Next up in the news.
Shit.
Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated assigned a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox, with full feature and content parity, so they can experience Call of Duty just as the Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. We are committed to providing long-term equal access to Call of Duty to Call of Duty to other gaming platforms, bringing more choice to more players and more competition to the gaming market. Brad Smith, who is works at Microsoft, has said, we've now signed a binding 10-year contract to bring Xbox games to Nintendo's gamers. This is just a part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. Now, when I first read this, I'm like, who the fuck wants to play Call of Duty on a Switch? That's number one.
That's a good first thought, yeah.
Number two, his wording is different from the official wording. His wording is Xbox games to Nintendo gamers. This is a part of our commitment to bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty to more players on more platforms. I thought that was a little bit more interesting than the Call of Duty point.
Ooh, look at you reading more into shit, because I didn't catch that.
He you could also be like, okay, maybe he misworded it, but he says the point 2 times. He says Xbox games to Nintendo's gamers, and he says bring Xbox games and Activision titles like Call of Duty.
So what you're saying is Halo is making its way to the Switch.
What I'm saying is that you can use the Call of Duty point. Who the fuck wants to play Halo on a Switch? But I digress. I'm more so thinking like, what if we get some kind of Nintendo version of Game Pass? And if you can sign into Game Pass with your Xbox account through Switch.
I mean, 90% of the games would not run at all.
I mean, that's why it would have to be a version for...
Yeah. I feel like Call of Duty is not even going to be able to run well on that shit. Like, it's not even like dissing Switch anymore. Like, it's not even like
it's underpowered console at this point.
Exactly. Like, and especially with the way the games are nowadays, it isn't up to snuff with what it would need to be. And that's not terrible. It's not a bad thing. But like, I feel like this Call of Duty is going to look like shit. They can't have crossplay on. Because if you have crossplay with like PC players and like console players that have been playing, you know, God knows how many hours on stream and too much Warzone so that their brain's been rotted, playing against some 4-year-old on a Switch, that kid is going to have the worst time.
I mean, already his parents bought a 4-year-old Call of Duty.
True.
So you're bad parent.
I would assume that Warzone's also got to be coming to it as well. That's the thing.
You would assume. Like, I feel like they couldn't possibly get the same exact Call of Duty that's on PS5 and Xbox.
It's got to be like Switch exclusive servers, and that's fine as well. But like, it's such a weird, unnecessary thing to do because you know that they're not going to be as good as the other options. Not saying that everyone has those other options, but like, the target demographic for Switch is normally children, and they shouldn't be playing Call of Duty, at least in my opinion, for most of them. Like, they're rated M for a reason. Did I play them when I was a kid? Yes. I'm fucked up now, bro. I'm stupid. Like, Call of Duty fucked me up,
it's
man.
all over, bro. I can't do it.
I did a midnight release for Modern Warfare 3, man. Look at me now.
How old were you then?
I was 15.
Oh, that's fine. You're a teenager. You're good.
Yeah, but it's rated M for mature, not
so what?
PG-13.
So what? We were playing Grand Theft Auto and shit.
And that's bad too.
My point is, as a teenager, I don't really. That's fine. I think teenagers are sophisticated enough now.
Well, here's the thing. That wasn't my first COD. That was like my 7th. You know.
Oh, so you were like 8 playing.
When I first played COD, it was probably when I was like at least 10 or below. Yeah.
10 or below is a sequel to the store 5 and below. I just had to throw that in there.
That's what it's going to be renamed to because of inflation.
Exactly. They're all going to be 10 and belows now.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. And I agree. Like, I feel like I'm not buying Trenton Call of Duty for his Switch.
Yeah.
It's funny because more so, not even because of the violence, more so because like, no, you're not playing this. Like, I'm not giving you some downgraded version of this AAA top tier in technology game. Like, why would I do that to you?
Mm-hmm. If you're gonna play it, you're gonna play it on an Xbox or you're gonna play it on a PlayStation, and you don't even need the most recent version of those two things. You can play it on the old versions. You know, like there's no reason for Switch to even have these games. And
I
think
mean, I
it's
get it
weird.
though. They're trying to show that they're working well with others and all that stuff after the Activision deal. And that's fine. I think it's fine. Like, if you're not a child and if you're a teenager / adult and you want to get Call of Duty on Switch for some reason, who am I to be like,
Who
ew?
hurt you?
But at the same time, ew, like why?
Yeah, it's shit's crazy, man.
Go get an Xbox and get like an Xbox Series S. Get like, it's like what, they're like $300. Go get one of those and play Call of Duty.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I'm glad that you picked up that wording that Brad Smith himself used in his tweet compared to the statement screenshot. Because I could see like different Xbox exclusives, not that they have many, to be fair, not even as a joke, but like I could see Halo come into Switch and like that would be playable, you know, like the Master Chief Collection on a Switch.
Yeah,
it's like a whole new
that,
type of games being brought to an audience like kids. And I feel like Halo isn't too bad in terms of like a shooting game where it would be like terrible, you know, for them compared to like a realistic version of a shooting game like Call of Duty. But that's the whole like games are making our kids bads and shit argument, which is dumb.
Even
but
like their flagship stuff, how do you even play that on a Switch? You would need, even with Gears, you would need like the old Gears, like the collection of the old games, because you can't play like the newest Forza Horizon on a Switch.
It's impossible.
The game is so like graphically enhanced, like there's no way it could run it.
Yeah, I mean it would be low res as hell, but you know that they'll end up doing it anyway. But next up in the news, I'm going to skip past this one because we're going to talk about that last. EA Sports is considering Madden NFL 24 a make of break. I would assume that'd be make or break, right?
Yeah.
Game for the 35-year-old franchise per Daily Shark. There'll be a lot of change among the game's leadership if they fail to make the game that the public approves of. They have extra motivation. Sports games are dumb, in my opinion.
It's a blanket statement.
Specifically because of the reason that I brought up in the chat that I believe, and I've always believed, that sports games should be a live service type of game, like something like Fortnite, in which No, I thought this since PS3. Like, I think the yearly installments of these games are a joke and a way to just get more money out of you. There's no difference between the sports games like Madden, NHL, or NBA, any of those, than Just Dance to me. They're the exact same thing. It's just updating the roster and updating the roster of songs in the top 100. That's all it is.
Been getting freaky with the career modes and stuff.
Well, those are different if you have like campaigns and stuff, and that's fine. But I'm talking about like just the base game, because once you're done with the campaign, you're never touching that shit again. You know, you're not gonna go back to fucking NBA 2K21 and because that campaign was so damn good that you're gonna play it over again and over and over and over. You're playing it because you're playing, you know, the season mode where you're just the team and not yourself. You know. I just don't think that these games have any right to be charging $60 as they come out and they're the same bullshit every single time.
I do think, seeing as where we are with technology now, and you see things like Fortnite and their seasons, you could definitely like just revamp it for the next year.
Yeah.
Even if you had to pay a fee.
Literally just do like a battle pass system, but instead of it being a battle pass, just make it like the next season story, or like every couple years, here's your new season story mode, here's your new thing, like that. And it wouldn't be like exclusively one game, but like, you know, every 5 years as opposed to every year would be much better for sports game in my mind, at least. Like on the Call of Duty track almost, you know what I mean?
They'll never do it though, because
they won't, because it makes money, but it's just,
especially people are like hype off to the previous season or the season to come, and I get why it does it.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I think there is a clear dip though in people going for these games every single year. I remember people going to the midnight releases of these games. But now, for people who have grown up like us, where it comes out every year, huge hype. You look forward to it, the new one. You get it, you play it forever until the next one comes out. I think those people are starting to fall off.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think, and then it doesn't match with the kids now who are used to seasons and battle passes and things like that. So they're like, well, I'm not buying it over and over again.
Yeah.
Because that's not the game industry that they're used to.
True.
So I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do or what they consider or how they want to retool this, because I could easily see them going the epic route and being like, all right, well, now it's just seasons.
Yeah.
We're going to update, but you will have to pay for any kind of franchise mode, career mode.
Yeah. And I think that's a great option, because even, I mean, it's a little bit less than like a career mode or like franchise or anything like that, but like Fortnite every once in a while release like a skin pack that comes with like a bunch of challenges that you can get XP with. It's technically story, like not really, but it is. And those are like $10. Like you just mark like a $20 campaign or a $20 franchise mode and just have the regular game be a base level $30 and keep it as a live service game for at least Madden, I would say. I think hockey could also do the same thing, probably baseball. The only one that I feel like it's in its own league is FIFA, because the community behind like opening packs and shit, which is insane to me, that there's like digital card packs that get you specific versions of players that are in like better than others. That's insane to me, because it's literally pay to win if you think about it. But when it comes to like the Maddens and stuff like that, I don't think that those modes, and I could be wrong, they could have that in Madden as well, but I don't think that makes sense there. And like all you need is to update the roster. That's all you need, and it's just not worth it. So, but yeah,
I mean, yeah. CLD brings up NBA 2K. I mean, people are still gunning for NBA 2K. Like that hasn't, like, the last couple things they did with their career modes have been, I do like that. Like they're getting really different with them.
I really like the Spike Lee one. I can't remember which year that was, but I remember I played that one and I liked it a lot. He like directed the whole thing, and I was like, this is good. Like this is genuinely a good campaign, and I went out of my way to play it, even though I suck at those games. So
I don't know. Like I could see, like I said, I could see them taking the season route to mix it up to get more in line with gaming culture now.
100%.
I don't know. I guess time will tell. My solution was to add Blitz to it. And that's
a good option.
That's all.
I never played those before, so maybe that's something we got to do on the channel.
Stream Blitz.
Hell yeah, I'd be down. Listen, I'll play you in backyard football, and I'll fucking cream you.
Will. I've never played backyard football.
I am fucking insane at those games.
Backyard boy over here.
Backyard boy.
That's a backyard again.
Technically. Next up.
There is a Pokemon Presents on the way. Pokemon's Twitter account said, trainers, tune into our official YouTube channel at 6 a.m. PST, which is 9 a.m. here, on February 27th for about 20 minutes of exciting Pokemon news in celebration of Pokemon Day. Woo! What do you think is going to be shown? I have no dog in this fight, so I have no idea.
All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be top to bottom that weird Pokemon Cafe game that I don't understand what it is or why it's popular still. Pokemon Go. There's gonna be some sort of announcement of an event, and then maybe a leak at a certain set of Pokemon coming in, like the next generation. Then after that, it's going to be Pokemon, the game that I used to play and I don't anymore and can't remember the name of it. That's pretty much League of Legends with Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that one is called. Don't remember it. There's going to be an update about that, and then we're going to get a small update probably about the current games that are out, and it's going to be like some...
I think it's DLC.
Either like a DLC or like a quick event that's going to happen where you can get different like outfits and stuff for your player.
Or do you think they're going to be like, hey, all that criticism you gave us about how shitty the last Pokemon game ran, we've implemented major updates and it'll be available right now.
I wouldn't mind that. That might actually make me pick up my Switch again, just because I haven't played more than 30 minutes of that game. Like, I played it on stream and then I was done. Like, I haven't touched my Switch since, and because I have no desire to play that game at all. Pokemon Unite was the League of Legends one, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Frankie.
Thank you. But yeah, it's not going to be anything special by any means. It's going to be very similar in the chat, I believe, as well as the PlayStation Direct, which was fucking wild. If you were not watching the chat, roll for that.
I didn't see the chat. I was just watching the presentation.
It was bad, man. It was very, very bad. But that being said, though, we have reached that part of the show in which we are going to talk about the PlayStation State of Play. Needless to say, I don't think this event was necessary.
Of course it was.
Honestly, I feel like they could have just done the Suicide Squad stuff, like real quick, on its own direct, and then the VR stuff on its own direct as well. And then anything else that was shown, I didn't think looked worth a damn. No offense.
Yo, if they were trying to sell PSVR 2s, they failed.
Yeah.
I'm watching it, I'm just like, I don't care about any of this.
I really like the first one, like the look of it, like the style and whatnot. But like, that's not enough to make me want to buy an entire headset that is the same price as my PlayStation, if not more, depending on where you're getting it from. But I don't know, man. It was very confusing, to say the least. The choices that they had made to show off PSVR 2. Yeah. The first game I like the look of. The second one I completely missed, to be honest, because I walked away because I was like, I'm not buying this shit. So I have no idea what the hell it was called. Green Hell?
That's what it was called?
Yeah, Green Hell VR. Yeah, I didn't like the look of that one.
I don't think websites have the shit in order.
I'm just watching the live stream itself at 2.5 speed, to be honest with you. But the next one after that was a game called Synapse. Black and white shooter game. Looked okay. I'm curious to see if these are all exclusive to PSVR 2. So I didn't see that. Like, I understand they're being advertised for PSVR 2, but in theory they could also come to the Oculus Store or Steam or something like that.
True.
But knowing how PlayStation is, a lot of these most likely are going to be exclusive. Oh, what's this next one? Journey to Foundation.
What a name.
Apparently it is this is Journey to Foundation. Experience the universe of Isaac Asimov's Foundation. I don't know what that means.
Me neither, dog.
This is an exciting news section of the podcast.
Just dead recap we're doing.
We'll get to the actual part we want to talk about. After that was Before Your Eyes. I like the style of this one as well. More cartoony, obviously, and it won some BAFTA awards, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I like the look of that one a lot. I'm hoping that one comes to Steam, because I would definitely play that myself. And then after that, we got some Destiny 2 stuff.
Yeah.
You know how much Ant loves Destiny 2.
My shit, I talk about it nonstop.
Yep, just like wrestling, it's his number one thing. After that, what is this game called, and why do we keep seeing it?
Which one?
The one with the little girl that like magically turns into shit.
Oh, Chia or Tachia, something like that.
Chia.
That's the game.
I'm literally watching the replay of this stream, and I'm at the Chia part, and there's just Z's flooding the chat. It's just Z's. Everyone's asleep in this chat. Oh man, but that got pushed up, I think, to March 21st. That was with a point of showing that, because I think it wasn't March at first. So,
I don't remember what it was. I remember seeing the game. I just remember what the date was.
It is funny to me that it is PS5 and PS4. Like, there's gonna be a PS5 version of that. I'm like, what's the difference, man? It looks like goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, the March monthly games were announced, which is interesting because they've never really done that on these PlayStation Directs before. It's always just been like a post. So I'm kind of interested if they end up doing this more often. That'd be kind of cool. Mm-hmm. Especially since we're a little bit farther out. Well, not super far out, but it's like the end of the first week of March. But we get Code Vein, Minecraft Dungeons, and then Battlefield 2042, everyone's favorite.
Oh yeah.
All fun time. Free. And then coming to the game catalog. Oop, one moment. They let that catch up because I definitely moved it. Coming to the game catalog, Rainbow Six Extraction, Chia will be in the game catalog as well. Uncharted, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Go do your thing, people who want those games.
I want you to talk about this next game, Humanity. What are your thoughts here?
I don't know. This looks like... Do you remember that game for PS1?
With the cube?
Intelligent Cube.
Yeah.
It looks like that. It looks like this is supposed to be Intelligent Cube like 4. Like if they would have kept making them.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about this.
It looks interesting. It's something that like I would be like, yo, let's just stream this and just,
Yeah, like
experience it.
The first couple like couple like seconds of the trailer, I was like, okay, it's very Pikmin. Like you're getting like all these people and causing them, like the more people you get, the more you can like push and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But then it got to
they shoot each other and fight each other like a war.
Yeah, it's almost like you're like leading them to war with like different people that aren't for some reason colorful, like they're in black and white, which is weird. And you're this little dog that's leading the way in the charge to this fight for some reason. But some of the shots that they got like towards the end of the trailer, where it's like just a bunch of people in like a spiral and shit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, like those shots got me interested more than anything else. I was like, what is that? That looks cool.
Is this the game that said that the demo was out or something like that?
I don't remember that. It could be, but it looks like you can also make your own levels and shit.
Play the limited time demo today.
All right, maybe we'll have to do that. Get together and play that, or just do it on stream. But
do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I'll play the demo and we'll get back to you next week about it, to say the least. But this next game,
what was this called?
I have no idea. I'm gonna skip to the end of the trailer. Goodbye Volcano High.
Of course.
It's
like a rhythm story game.
It's a rhythm-based story, also like furries, kind of. Like I kept seeing that in the chat, like it was like a furry game, but I don't think it's like the art style is reminiscent of furry art, like that simple like anime, but not really like directly a specific anime style.
Anime anthropomorphic animals.
Yeah.
Say that 3 times fast.
That's the podcast title. Anime anthropomorphic animals.
It might have to be.
But I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this per se. Mm-hmm. Like it kind of just looks like a dating sim, but not in a bad way.
It ain't for me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like it exists, but I don't know why it was needed on a direct.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this seems like one of those games that they would put in, like, you know, when they do the section of a direct, most times when it's a big one, where there's like 4 games in a row, but like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like one of those games that would have been perfect
in
for
the
just
shuffle.
rapid fire. Yeah, just like, here's one, here's one, here's one, and then the people that like that look and like this idea of a game will see it and then go do more research on it. But everyone else that like, because this is definitely not for a mainstream audience of games, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. That's
Like, everyone in the chat was roasting this shit. Like, if it was just a quick like little thing, there'd be like 2 or 3 messages like, what the fuck was that? But it was like spammed of like, what the fuck is this shit? So I didn't really like seeing that, to say the least. But that comes out June 15th, 2023.
Word.
Next up, and it's your favorite again.
Yeah, hold on, let me get to it.
It's your favorite anime.
Fucking Naruto.
Yeah, man, you're such a Naruto fan.
Yeah,
you always talking about Naruto all the time. How much you love it.
Never watching that show. And that's not me, for people listening. That's not me calling the show bad. I'm just not. I can't invest myself in it. It's too much. It's too long. I'll never make it.
You know what you should watch instead?
That's what she said. What?
One Piece. You'd love that one.
No, it's the same fucking. It's supposed to be worse.
It would be worse. Yeah.
Never. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
It could be the greatest. Those could be the greatest animes ever made. I'll never know.
That's. I think One Piece definitely is that. I watched the first season of it, and I loved it. Like, I genuinely was like, this is a phenomenal story. I would love to see where it goes. I'm good. And I just stopped. Cold turkey right there. Like, I was like, that was a great season. Loved it. And then I saw how many more episodes there were. I'm like, nope, that's it.
You don't want to watch all 980 of the rest of them?
Nope. I didn't want to watch anything else. I was done right there. But Naruto, on the other hand, I did watch all of. I actually read it as it came out for the Shippuden, which is like when they're older and shit. And I liked it a lot. As far as these games go, I did try one on stream. I think it was maybe a couple months ago now. But it was like on the PlayStation Plus collection. And I downloaded it, and the tutorial pissed me off so much.
Really?
I was getting my ass kicked by the AI in like this story situation. And the game was like teaching me how to play and like teaching me how to do everything after I could have done it, and it would have made a difference in the fight. It would be like, use circle to dodge out of the way, but it would be after I already got my ass slammed into the ground. I'm like, well, that would have been nice 3 seconds ago if you put it in slow-mo, and then, you know, I would have hit the button there. Right. And
it was not fun. Here's tips.
Pretty much. And then it became a kaiju fight. Like, you became like big monsters and fought, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But I'm good, to say the least.
Frankie says there's a link somewhere that tells you which episodes to watch. That's just the main story. I don't care.
There's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z, and I'm not going back and watching that shit again.
That's different, though.
No, it isn't.
Dragon Ball doesn't have 1,000 episodes.
Again. I'm still never going back and watching it again.
Like, I don't need to watch every episode again, but I think that's easier to digest again. If I'd start from the beginning of that.
I don't know. I don't think I would do that. I would, if I was gonna watch Dragon Ball Z again, I'd watch the abridged versions.
Yeah,
because while they're doing like the goofy shit in there, it's still the main story, you know.
I used to be pissed during the episodes, during the Cell Saga, where they were just doing like everyday shit.
Yeah, and Cell was just standing in the middle of the ring with his arms crossed.
I would hate those episodes. You get home from school and you try to watch, it's like, I have to wait a whole other day to see another episode. Like, you wasted this?
Y'all were just going grocery shopping? This is bullshit.
I don't care about Gohan getting his driver's license. Blow some shit up.
Blow some shit up. I need the fucking explosions, yo. You need the Michael Bay version of Dragon Ball Z.
No, that's too much. That's overkill the other way.
That's like the movies from back in the day where you get it on DVD and all the music was like Nickelback while they were all fighting and shit.
I remember those.
Yeah, Broly, man, that was my shit.
I had the Majin fight with Vegeta and Goku, and it had the offspring.
Oh, and like death. Like when they were all dead and shit, and it had the red and purple guy with the sword.
No, that's not the one I was watching.
Oh,
it was when this Goku and Vegeta fighting each other.
I don't remember that one.
Where he became Majin Vegeta and then he fought Goku.
That was a movie? I thought that was just a part of the show.
No, it wasn't a movie. I'm talking about. I used to have the clips, the little clip thing on my computer. My old computer,
okay.
And it had the offspring behind it.
I got you. I'm with you now. I was confused because the official release of Broly like had like Nickelback music in it.
Oh, okay.
In the movie itself.
My bad. I'm thinking we're
Janemba
talking
is the one who I was talking about in that movie.
I thought we were talking about the
OSTs
people used to make. Yeah.
Oh no, the mashups happened, but then the actual American releases of the DVDs were like crawling in my skin, and it's like fucking Goku's like like getting like the circle on the wall and shit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I remember that one too, CLD. The Offspring with Goku vs Super 17. That was a dope one.
That one
they had a couple Offspring ones.
Yeah. But back to gaming. Baldur's Gate 3, August 31st, 2023.
Snore.
Thoughts?
Snore. Z's.
Yes.
I've
never
played a Baldur's Gate. It doesn't look like a terrible game. They're just not games that I am into or care about.
Yeah. Is this the one that they had like D20s and shit and it was like very D&D and shit?
That's what it looks like. Looks like strategy souls.
Yeah, there's like a part in here where they show like after you're picking like your race or whatever, there's like a D20 that you roll for like different things. So that was kind of interesting to me, but I don't really fuck with these types of games where it's like the overhead like tactics almost.
Yeah.
So it's just not my type of game personally. That's just me. But
I want to know what you think about this next one.
The next one, I don't remember what the next one is.
Wayfinder or something?
Wayfinder. Can I be honest? I walked away during this part. I'm not even trying to be like rude about it either. Like I just saw this and I was like, this seems like an ample time to go get a snack for an elapsed period of time.
It just looks like a character multiplayer yada 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 situation.
You know what it reminds me of? There was this game that came out and I haven't played it in years as of this point, but it came out around the same time as Monster Hunter did. Monster Hunter World, I believe. But it was like a free-to-play version, and I used to play it all the time with the Haptic guys and Ryan, and it was pretty much just a free version of Monster Hunter World, but cartoon, and it was so much fun. The only difference is
I remember this, because a lot of people were playing that shit.
It was really, really fun, and like you could earn all of the armors and stuff and grind it out. Like you could pay to win if you wanted to. I think there might have been a battle pass, but this was like early battle pass type shit. Like way back in the day when they first started doing battle passes. But yeah, I remember that game, and this looks very similar to it, except for obviously the guns in this. But the beta comes out February 28th, so I might sign up to trying it out because what do I got to lose? Nothing. But I definitely walked away for that part though, like straight up. I'm not even gonna lie. Next up, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this because I have no clue if any of this was cool.
What, Street Fighter?
Yeah, I don't know if any of the stuff that was shown was like,
oh, it looks great.
Dope.
It looks just as amazing as everything from Street Fighter 6 has looked.
Okay.
Good to see Zangief back. Good to see Cammy back. This new character, or I think she's new. I don't recall her from any other Street Fighter, although I haven't played one since 4. But what's her name? Get back to it.
Is it the second one they showed?
Yeah, the chick. The second. I mean the first chick that they showed. Lily. She looks fun as hell to play.
What does she have in her hands?
I couldn't tell when I was watching it on my phone.
They're almost like sticks with balls at the end. It's kind of reminiscent of the weapon that Sokka uses in Avatar: The Last Airbender, like the boomerang with the ball on it.
Mm-hmm. They do look reminiscent of that. I'm not 100% sure, but her gameplay makes it like, okay, I want to play her. She looks fun as hell to you.
Yeah.
But
fighting
Street
games.
Fighter 6 continues to just look like I want to play fighting games again. Like in my, for me.
Hell yeah.
Cammy looked dope. She was up next. And yeah, man, it's just more Street Fighter 6. Like the best parts of this whole thing was things that we already saw before.
100%.
No.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to feel about it personally. Just because I've never played a Street Fighter before. So I had zero opinion on it. But this next one, though,
from someone who played a Street Fighter before.
I don't even like scary games, but this next shit, ugh.
I feel like this could potentially be the best Resident Evil game. It sure looks like it is. Yeah. Upcoming Resident Evil 4 remake. I'm
liking the look of it a lot. It's making me want to play it a lot just for myself and not even just, for content and shit. So that's a good sign, but I know that we should definitely play it for content. But yeah, man, it looks fucking gorgeous. The fighting looks smooth. I like some of the dodge actions that happen with like the throwing axes and shit that, like he like kind of ducks it a couple times. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
It looks like a damn good time.
March 24th, coming damn soon. And then there's a demo coming soon as well.
Gotta do that.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do the demo. But now the final thing.
Here we go.
The Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Now, while we're both going to give our thoughts, I'm really interested in your thoughts specifically as far as this game goes.
I don't know if this is a day one purchase for me. I don't think it looks amazing by any means. I don't think that it looks bad at the same time. It's like a C+ game for me. Like if it didn't exist, I wouldn't be mad. One thing that we brought up in the Discord that CLD brought up specifically is how is this a part of the Arkham universe if this is 6 years after Arkham Knight? Because in Arkham Knight, spoiler alert, if you complete everything to the very, very end, you unlock the ending of the Nightfall Protocol, in which you pretty much just like explode the manor and like kill yourself and shit. You're like, it's over. Because also Batman is infected with the Joker toxin and is slowly becoming Joker. And I don't believe there was a cure or anything like that. So it's just like over. Like Batman's dead, quote unquote, at the end of that shit.
Yeah.
So seeing him in this and him being like taken over by Brainiac, in theory, he could have like not died and maybe like he is Jokerified in theory. Like that could be a thing. And then also Brainiac has control of him, but like it doesn't really make much sense to the Arkham story continuing it. As far as gameplay goes, man, it looks super floaty.
Okay, you took the words out my mouth. When I was first watching, I was like, why is it so floaty? Everybody's really floaty jumping around.
Yeah, like it looks like people are jumping, and every single jump they take, it's like 2 stories of a building. And like I get some of these people are super people, but like not all of them are. And it's just weird. I don't know. Like it's hard for me to want to buy this. Let's just put it that way.
When Harley is doing like her fucking cartwheels, like she's going so far. Like it's almost like, why is it? But I think that's just the movement they want this game to have. They want it to be based on like fun ways to travel across the map. It looks like they're really putting a lot of emphasis on that.
Yeah.
they make it look really fast paced, frenetic, and fun. Like I feel like I would play it, but I wouldn't take it seriously. Like if everybody was like, yo, we're all on this, I would jump on this and just have a ball with you guys.
Yeah. It feels very Avengers, but better.
It definitely does look better than Avengers.
Yeah. I think that's the thing too when it comes to DC games. I think that a lot of the times they are better off than the Marvel games, except for, you know, like the specific few of like the Spider-Man from Insomniac and whatnot, and then apparently Marvel Midnight Suns right now. But like DC games, no matter if they've just been like the Arkham games or Gotham Knights, which is good, or even like Injustice, the fighting games, like they've always been extremely good story-wise. So like even if the gameplay is shit, I feel like the story is just going to be the main like attraction. They did mention that they're going to be bringing more characters into the game and keep the game going after the campaign's over. I don't know how I feel about that per se.
Who would they bring in though?
I mean, you could always just bring in different members of the Suicide Squad, and knowing how DC is, and now that it's technically got James Gunn in there, he'll, like, you know, bring up some random character. They'll bring in Peacemaker, probably. John Cena obviously could, like, legitimately be in the role as it. I don't think they would, but, you know, they would definitely do Peacemaker because of the hype around him, maybe around like season 2 of the show. Other than that, I don't know, man. I could see them just doing like random characters that are pretty much just reskins of other characters.
Right.
But none of them are going to matter because it's not going to be a campaign thing. It's just going to be like, you know, go to the city and keep fighting the Brainiac things over and over and over and over again.
Is that what it is? Because the way that they show the story, I'm like, so is it there like a full-blown campaign? It looks like it would be. It just looks like it looks like everything you'd be doing would be the same stuff though.
Yeah. It's very Avengers in that way, I think. I think it's just Avengers but open world. Like that's all what it looks like to me. I could see like the post campaign stuff would just be like, I don't know, hey, this mission specifically, replay it. That's it. That's all you're gonna be doing.
I think what it has up on Avengers is just traversal in general looks fun to do. Yeah. Just to move around, to get around the big showpiece bosses, all the little enemies around the stage. It just looks fun to move around. I can see that being what keeps you going, on top of if you can chain in the gameplay. I mean the fighting in a fun way and the shooting and stuff like that. Like, even though they said like King Shark is a tank, he's still like gliding through the air. You know what I mean?
He's also moving surprisingly fast for a tank too. Like, I don't know, man. I also don't really understand where they're going with the story, because it seems very similar to Injustice 2 and with how Brainiac takes over and shit. Obviously in that universe Superman's like a tyrant and whatnot, but like it's just the same thing in my mind, but with a different point of view. And like they bring that up themselves where they're like, this is just the Arkhamverse but from the point of view of the bad guys. My favorite part was when the one chick was like, you can get different gear sets that are based off different villains, like Bane, and when you shoot the gun it'll go Bane, boom 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 boom. And I'm like, yeah, that's how we're describing the game right now. I don't know, man. And then some of the outfits are corny that they showed off too, like the Captain Boomerang and the King Shark as Superman. Like,
I think they got to do that for that's where they're gonna make their little money on the side. People buying all the different outfits and shit.
Yeah, especially in the battle pass that they confirmed that will be in the game, exclusively cosmetics.
Yes,
but like, how many cosmetics can you have in this game before it's like there's not really any need to spend money on it, you know?
True.
Like, I don't care about any of these characters enough to be like, I need this skin for this guy, you know, like, But
I could see that. You're right.
I don't know. It's funny because I feel like we've seen a lot of this game, but I still feel like I need to be seeing more.
Yeah, I need a breakdown. Like they need to show, like you just said, exactly what you just said, pretty much.
Yeah. It does come out in May 26th, 2023. So we still have a couple months. So that I could see them doing like a direct specifically with this, whether it just be Rocksteady themselves putting out like a full mission or something of gameplay. But in the meantime, I'm still not sold on it. I'm sad to say that. Especially since this was supposed to be like their big hitter of this direct. And I don't think it hit at all, sadly.
It was weird. It was because I'm watching it and I just didn't. I'm like, objectively, I don't think this looks like, hey, this is a bad game. But I do think certain video games are starting to hit that, like, for lack of a better term, apex, where it's like, okay, games are starting to look the same.
Yeah.
Like when there was a scene where Harley jumps off the roof and just starts doing this like dive bomb down to the ground. I'm like, all right, Rumbleverse. Like, then she swung and I'm like, okay, Spider-Man. And then
the swinging is so funny to me.
And then some of the art reminds me of that game that's already forgettable, the last DC game, the one you were playing on stream. Gotham Knights.
Oh. The one that you were playing on stream, the one that's forgettable. You mean the one that I forgot?
Yeah, exactly.
I have the entire cast of figures literally on a shelf over there.
Gotham Knights.
Oh man.
Avengers. That's why I put my comment was like, yo, this just looks like it's doing everything. It's every game. This looks like every game.
Yeah. It's also weird to me that it's a shooting game. I don't know why it's still weird to me, but like the fact that every character can just use every gun type to me is just so weird. I don't know.
You gotta be careful with that shit, because then it's just like, okay, it doesn't matter what character I pick. They can all glide through the air and shoot guns.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, here's the thing. I will play this game, most likely, no matter what. Like, I'm not convinced that I need to get it day one, but I will play the game. That being said, I want to play King Shark and exclusively play the campaign with a pistol. That's it. I don't want a fucking heavy machine gun or a sniper. I just want to run around as a big shark man with a pistol like John Wick and just clear out the Brainiac goons.
John Wick is a shark.
Podcast title.
John Wick is a shark.
Yeah.
I forgot the other title already.
Same.
Anthropomorphic
anime animals, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that was the PlayStation Direct. I don't think it was good by any means. But at the same time, I don't feel like we've gotten a good Direct in a while from PlayStation. It's just a lot of miniature updates that aren't really needed and could have just been put out as YouTube videos in my mind.
The state of plays are usually just like these are just updates to things we already know about.
Yeah.
I think kind of what you were saying, like when they hone in on one thing is when they're pretty good. Like when they did the Final Fantasy one where they revealed the new Final Fantasy 7s that are coming out.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy 16, and it was something else. I don't remember what it was. But I was like, well, that was a really good Direct because they focused it on a specific thing.
Yeah.
There was other things. I mean, whether like obviously not everybody's in the Final Fantasy, but just presentation wise, it was very well done.
I feel that entirely. I can agree with that too, because I am definitely that person that's not interested in Final Fantasy. But the focus they had in those made it interesting, even though I'm not buying those games. I never plan to. So
I think they can be good, but I think the things to look forward to when it comes to PlayStation is when they have the PlayStation official showcases. Those are the shows. That's when you get the Wolverines and Spider-Man 2s and all that shit.
Yeah, but I feel like they definitely need to try to sell PSVR 2 more as well. I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw a like a number list of how many games are going to be coming to PSVR 2 in total, and I think it's around 49 is the number that said is like these are the amount of games that are coming.
That's it, period.
I don't know if it's like that's it, period, but that's like the amount that is known right now.
Okay.
And 42 of the 49 will be available on other platforms.
Oh,
so
shit. Come on, man.
It's one of those things where I'm like,
so then why do I buy it? It's $500. It's more than the PS5.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be for like the exclusive games. And here's the thing: at the end of the day, we always know that the exclusive games to PlayStation are good. So they have the Horizon game coming, and I couldn't tell you any of the other ones, obviously. But like, if it's exclusive to PlayStation, obviously it has some sort of pedigree to it that we all just know is going to be there.
Yeah.
But that being said, that still doesn't warrant spending another PS5's price on just a headset gear that you require a PS5 to run through. And it's not wireless. You need to have a cord on you the whole time. So it's like, I have an Oculus 2, and that thing, even though I have to link it to Facebook now, which is stupid, I can just plug it into my computer or stream it to my computer and connect it to Steam and just play my Steam games instead of, what's it called? Buying them through the Facebook store or whatever the fuck the Oculus Marketplace is. So it works that way. And if I can get like any of those games that were shown off at the beginning that looks slightly interesting to me on Steam, I'd rather do that. And like any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just feel like unless you just have disposable income or are like an influencer or both, or you have no VR anything and you're like, oh, I think I'll get this. It's like it's still not worth like,
it's not worth $500.
It's $550 and that's with no game. So you buy it's a $600 to play it.
Yeah. That's insanity. Especially when you can literally go get an Oculus for like 100, 200. Like that's not bad at all. And then Steam games go on sale every other fucking day for like Arbor Day sales or something. So like you can get anything cheap when it comes to that. Couldn't tell you how many times I got Super Hot VR on sale on Steam for me. But it's one of those things where if you're gonna buy it, more power to you. But hey man, I ain't buying that shit, and I don't think many people will be that are normal human beings, to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the PlayStation Direct, and I think that's all the news we got for this week as well.
Yeah, I think that was the last big thing.
Yeah.
There's some small news stories, but nothing too crazy. Microsoft and PlayStation are still battling it out because they're still trying to block Microsoft from that Activision thing. I think at the end of the day, Microsoft's gonna get it and PlayStation needs to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
They look bad because Microsoft is still saying like, yo, we're not taking Call of Duty from you, but chill. And they're just trying to block the sale the whole way.
So dumb. I don't know, man. But that has been our podcast. We ain't got any questions in the Discord, so we're going to probably call it there. An early night for us as well, which will be nice.
11 is early. That's sad.
Ending at 11. Not just straight. We're like done.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And we don't got much to like fix on this episode besides all the problems that happened at the beginning that we're leaving in.
Okay, never mind.
We're doing it. Fuck it. The struggles, man. We got to leave the struggles in.
Leave the struggles. I got you.
But as always, you guys can follow us every single place that exists that is social and media. Save the letter B, number 4 quitting, over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. The Titty Gang, in which you can pick up merch at savebeforequitting, fully spelled out.com. There's really cool hats. Ant's wearing one right now. We also got some really cool hoodies. The hoodies are really comfortable as well, so definitely check those out and go pick some up. You can email us, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com with your insults, your comments, your questions, your suggestions, your thoughts on the social, political, economical climate, any of those above.
Gotta read those.
All of those suggestions. And then last of all, and most important of all, you can go to our Patreon, where we put out 2 extra podcasts a month, where we're not really doing the video game stuff as much, and it's just us as human beings talking about life, or doing some goofy game like the Newlywed Game that we did this past week that's coming out soon, and more to come from that too as well. So keep an eye out for that stuff. You got anything else to plug, or is that the plugginess done?
The plugginess?
Oh, I have something we can plug.
What?
I plugged it earlier on my Instagram. I just want to make sure I get like the specifics of it right. Give me 1 second. Go on over to motherfucking YouTube and get ready for Make Wonders Worldwide's new song tomorrow, Belize.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Wonders, man. He got me back into engineering music. So I've been mixing some music.
Dude, it was a vibe. I was listening to that this morning, like on repeat. I'm not even like joking. I was just like, this is just so good.
Wait, did I put that in the you heard the whole song?
No, just the clip that he put up of the music video.
I thought you heard the song. I'm like, how do you hear the song already? But I'm
no. He messaged me about it. He's like, yo, thanks for putting. I'm like, no, dude, this is fucking good. And I'm like, I don't got a lot of followers, but like, I'm gonna fucking post this shit because this is some good shit. I'm vibing for like 10 minutes to the same 20 seconds. Yeah,
it's
like,
really, really good. It's really well done. Yo, breaking news. You're gonna hear first. GameSpot put this up. I'm sure it's everywhere else. Breaking: the long rumored Mortal Kombat 12 is officially confirmed and coming this is coming this year.
Oh shit.
It's on their GameSpot's Instagram.
Damn. So Street Fighter 6 is back, and so is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It's a year of fighting.
It is the year of fighting.
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. But yeah. I think that's all we got for you guys after that little quick breaking news section. I don't know what else there is to say, but before you start fighting in Mortal Kombat, make sure you guys always save before quitting. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace. I'm so glad I caught that breaking news at the end.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I would have been like, fuck.
Look what we missed. Shit.
It's actual big news.
The funny part is you're technically still recording, so there is going to be a post-credit scene, but it's only for the people that listen to the audio and video.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Won't get it.
You're
funny.
absolutely right.